Hi, so today I'm going to do a quick video to show you how I join my rounds in amigurumi projects to keep the seam less noticeable and straighter. I use this technique in a lot of the patterns that I design, so I thought it'd be helpful to have a little video. So I'm just going to start with a magic ring, which is what I do most of my amigurumi pieces. And I have a different tutorial for that too, where I go a little bit slower if you're interested. But for this example, I'm just going to move through it. So I'm starting with 10 single crochets into this ring. And then I'm just going to pull it tight. And then move on to joining. So you're just going to insert your hook into the first stitch of the round. If it's a little bit tight and you're not positive, just kind of count back to see that you have the right number of stitches for your round. So you insert your hook into that stitch, yarn over, pull through the loop as well, and then you're just going to pull that tight. And you can go back and forth a couple of times, but what you're doing is tightening that last loop that you just pulled off, which brings your beginning and end stitches together. So to start the next round, you're just going to chain one, and you want that to be not too tight, not too loose. You want it to be about the same height as your single crochet will be, and then you're going to single crochet into the stitch that you joined to, and then around as your pattern calls. For this, I'm just going to do a single crochet, increase, repeat, as long as I can keep track while I'm trying to think and talk at the same time. You would think that would be easier. Okay, and then as you get back around to the end of the round, you're just going to follow those same steps. So you're going to join to the first stitch, and again, if your starting chain was a little bit tight or your first stitch was kind of tight or loose, it can be kind of hard to tell. If you're not sure, just kind of count back how many you're supposed to have in the round. So you insert, yarn over, you're going to pull through that and the loop that was on your stitch, and then that loop is the one that you're tightening when you pull. And you want to kind of pull on both sides, and that just brings the beginning and the end closer together. And then again, starting, chain one, insert into the hook into the same stitch that you started in, and then go around. I always feel like I'm a faster crocheter than I am until I put it on video, and then like you can't ever catch the yarn and it makes it look like I don't know what I'm doing. But I promise I do. It's just, I'm gonna say stage fright for my hands, if that's a thing. Anyway, alright, back around again, and one more time. So you're going into the first stitch of the round, and in these it'll always be a single crochet. Yarn over and pull it through your stitch and the loop on your hook, and pull that loop down tight. And then you pull this working loop back down to the height it should be. And there you go. You just keep going around like that, and that will keep your seam straight, easier to join without noticing it. I mean, it's a join, so you can tell if you look for it or you know what you're looking for, but for the most part, it stays pretty hidden. It goes up nice and straight, and it's easy to attach pieces evenly on the sides. If you use the continuous rounds, which is how a lot of amigurumi projects are worked, so that there is no seam, you just end up with a little bit of an uneven top edge. And if you're just making a piece that then closes, that's no big deal, but when I want to add on sides, it's a lot easier if the top is level. So those are the two ways that you can do it. This is the way that I use in a lot of my designs. So now you know how I do it, and you can try it too.